Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel, and it's debate night. That's right, September the 10th, 2024, for all those who may be watching this in the future. Also, just a side note here, I have some pressure washing going on outside the house, so if you hear that, then just know that that's going on. There was no other time for me to be able to do the video except for now, so we'll push through it. From Politico. Harris team worried she'll be handcuffed by debate rules set by Biden. And, of course, these were the rules that the Biden team was trying to use against Donald Trump. That would be the muted mics and so forth. But it ended up helping Donald Trump, as it were, kept him linear and on focus, which made him look even more presidential. And, of course, we already know the outcome of that debate, despite the fact that Joe Biden was supposed to win that debate handedly as well as defeat Donald Trump. But as you can see, Joe Biden has been uninstalled as easily as he was installed. So we read from Politico. Kamala Harris had planned to object, fact check, and directly question Donald Trump while he was speaking during the debate next week. Get that? So you see, it's okay when they interrupt. It's okay when they're speaking, but it isn't okay if Donald Trump does it. So this is already a clear indicator by the establishment uniparty legacy media that, of course, when it's them, it's perfectly fine. But now, with rules just finalized to mute the candidates when their opponents speak, campaign officials said Harris advisors are scrambling to rewrite their playbook. Oh, my goodness. Because, of course, she was going to do the whole sassy boss girl thing of I'm speaking thing that we saw with Mike Pence. Harris and her team holed up in Pittsburgh for a multi-day debate camp when an unmuted microphone said that the vice president could lean on her prosecutorial background, if that's what you want to call it, confronting the former president in the same way she laced into some of Trump's Supreme Court nominees and cabinet members during Senate hearings, which ended up having no effect whatsoever, outside of the fact that we saw exactly what happened with Brett Kavanaugh when they brought in Christine Blasey Ford, who now regrets even having participated in the show trial where she came out and suggested that there was some inappropriate activity with Brett Kavanaugh that never even happened. But as we say here on the BuzWeaver channel, this is their strategy. That is the knee-jerk reaction. They want to get the emotional reaction from people. And then when the truth comes out, well, then it's already too late. The people have already reacted. The people already have the emotional ideas. They already have the concepts in their minds. And we see this framework all the time. Instead, four Harris campaign officials argue that she'll be handcuffed by the rules, which were negotiated by President Joe Biden's team earlier this summer. So it's absolutely amazing. It's the Joe Biden team. It's the establishment uniparty that put the rules together, but they want to change them now that it's Harris instead. But Harris is vacuous and uninspiring, so she's just going to word salad her way through things. It's going to be very interesting to see how ABC kind of coaxes through all this, tries to kind of keep things within a certain framing for her to be able to save her from her own word vomit, as it were. But it's absolutely extraordinary because it's important to remember that, that Kamala Harris finished absolutely last when it came to the actual debate here. Actually, let me pull up the additional information here from Top Stories. Where is the image? Right here. Oh, that's the, well, obviously this is the thumbnail. But as you can see, she came in absolute dead last of the Democrats during the debates. Yet, she was picked as the VP. Don't you find that extraordinary? Of all the people they had, especially like Amy Klobuchar, who's a female, and Tom Steyer, for example, or even Tulsi Gabbard at the time. But yet they picked the person who came in absolutely dead last, right? Amazing. But that's the way they work. That's the way the establishment uniparty works. And, of course, here's how it ended for Kamala Harris.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor
So there you have it.
people
I mean,
in the
it's
worst kind of way.
so I mean, and those particular outlines of Harris's past still exist today, to this very day. But more specifically, she's been in the Biden admin now for the last 3 years, and she's advocating for things that she should have been doing while she was vice president. You know, for example, she said she's going to address the border. Well, you had 3 years to be able to do that with Joe Biden. She wants to have the no tax on tips, which comes directly from Donald Trump. But she's had 3 years to do all these things. Many of the things that she's suggesting, she's been able or could have been able to do for the last 3 years. And here's what's amazing is that CNN has gone after her with a questionnaire that she did with the ACLU, which is absolutely extraordinary to think that the ACLU would be going after Kamala Harris in this regard. Maybe to prepare the ilk for what could happen tonight, as of this recording, September the 10th, 2024, Tuesday. So it's very interesting to see how these flip-flop back and forth things are going on because, of course, as we check the most recent polls, the aggregate from Real Clear Politics, it's showing that Harris is up by 1.1. Now, remember, we have talked about this before where CNN polling at the time during the 2016 election showed that Hillary Clinton was up by 12 points. But here Harris is up one point. And then here in 538, it's showing Harris at 47.1%. over Trump's 44.4. But here's where it gets interesting. The betting odds where people, the money meets the road here. And you can see that Trump is up 51.7. Now, this can all change after the debate tonight. So as of this recording, of course. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to keep an eye on this and see how everything turns out after the debate. Now, I anticipate that the establishment uniparty will continue to back Harris as much as possible and protect her as much as possible, as we see here. So it looks like they're already kind of coming up with some levels of excuses for the potential disaster that could potentially happen tonight with Harris. I don't think it'll be as big of a disaster as Joe Biden. But the fact that Kamala is very vacuous, and I say that often because she is. There's just really not a lot there. She says a lot of words, but nothing is of any meaning, of any substance, of any consequence. It doesn't lead in any particular direction. It's just complete words. It's absolutely extraordinary. But I welcome your thoughts down there in the captions. I welcome your thoughts down in the comments section there, what you think could possibly happen tonight. Will this be a benefit to Kamala Harris, or will it expose her like it did Joe Biden? I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. But I do want to thank all you guys across New Tech, as well as everyone here on YouTube, for your guys' continued support. And it looks like we're able to make it without any background noise. I'm actually surprised. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for your continued support. BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, all you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. And, of course, everyone here on YouTube, your likes, your shares, and your comments help out the channel. And, of course, below the video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, so you can follow me across social media. And if you are an Amazon Prime member or order frequently from Amazon, my landing page links are down below. Those also help out the channel, as well as my favorite VPN trust zone. But I do want to thank all you guys for your continued support. Appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon if you're watching on YouTube. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.